At 12, I swore the oath, leaving home and family. At 16, I saw my master die. I took up her shield and her name, and on that day, I became a crusader. Armored by faith, driven by duty, bound to kill the enemies of Zakarum. Sworn to live as a crusader and to die as one. Now, corruption returns to the hearts of men. I see it in the eyes of the mad, hear it in the howling of the damned. A falling star in the west leads me to the town of New Tristram. The crusade calls me, and so I go. The fallen star is close, but there is death here too. Greetings. I am a crusader of the Zakarum faith, and I saw a star falling on this town.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming!
Love it!
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates! You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid.
Found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
Don't you dare think to help our mayor fix his wagon. My brother...
Some areas of Owen you didn't hear about. Afraid of damn tank. Be ready for anything.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as
we've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Are you Leah? They tell me you survived the falling star.
I did. But it blasted my uncle, Deckard Cain, into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Something like putting them back to sleep? I can do that.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Militiamen went out.
I've come to help. How do we stop these risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Have faith, Captain. Have faith.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Yes!
You can hear that? Of course you can. Still in the party.
A foe worth killing. I require more wrath. The rumors of torture and worse grow every day. What has happened to Tristram and its king? I once thought Leoric a great man, but it seems I was deceived. We all were. He sends our meager army against Westmarch on the morrow. What will become of us?
So, you have a new Marvel show for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's gonna be called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay. What characters is it gonna follow? The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That explains the title. Great work so far. Yeah, and so Sam is struggling with the fact that Steve Rogers left him the shield, right? So he gives it to a museum. Oh, okay. And Bucky's dealing with some government-mandated therapy and hanging out with his buddy, this really old guy, Yuri Nakajima. Oh, that's cute. Whose son he murdered. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, he did it while he was brainwashed, and he's kind of building up the courage to tell Yuri about it as part of his recovery. So he's like trying to get over having been the Winter Soldier. Exactly. And so then the government names this guy John Walker as the new Captain America. Oh, I hate this guy already. Actually doesn't seem like such a bad guy. Oh, but he's such a bad guy. Okay. But he's not that bad eventually, kinda. But not great. Oh, I don't know how to feel about this guy, but I'm captivated. Anyway, so then we're gonna find out about this terrorist organization called the Flag Smashers. And what's their deal? Well, they want the world to go back to the way it was before everyone was snapped back, because everything's all messed up now. Messed up how? Well, this organization called the Global Repatriation Council are trying to get things back the way they were before the blip, because now people are living in each other's houses, there are refugees, it's a mess. And so what's their plan? Oh, well, about 20 of them have taken super soldier serum, and their plan is to get out there and go get it done. What? They're gonna head out there, go get it all taken care of. I don't get what? Listen, sir, they have a vague plan, probably. I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about what it is exactly. Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. Anyway, so their leader's this surprisingly young lady, Carly Morgenthau, and she wears a mask and she's like mean, but you kinda get where she's coming from. It's just that her methods are questionable. Oh, sounds a lot like that Enfys Nest character from Solo: A Star Wars Story. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Well, we'll make sure to make it different enough. Okay, good. Who should we get to play her? How about that Enfys Nest actress from Solo: A Star Wars Story? Oh yeah, she's great. Good call. Great. So what's her deal? Why does everybody look up to her? Well, because she keeps saying things like, our movement is strong. Okay, it's time to make ourselves heard. Alright, is she like super charismatic or something? No, she just quietly says vague things, and everyone's really into that apparently. Well, okay then. So what else is going on in the show? Oh, we're gonna tackle some really important topics like racism in America. Oh, we are. Yeah, we're gonna have this whole storyline with this old African-American super soldier, Isaiah Bradley, that the government did tests on. Really heavy stuff. Well, yeah, important stuff to tackle for sure. Yeah, also Baron Zemo's gonna do a little dance. What? Well, we gotta balance out some of the heavier stuff with some lighter stuff, so Baron Zemo's gonna hit the dance floor. Okay, what's Zemo doing in the show anyway? Well, Bucky and Sam realize they need his help, so they break him out of jail, and he's much sassier now. Well, great. Yeah, so they head to this city called Madripoor, because they want to find out where the super soldier serum's being made. Right. And while they're there, they're gonna meet Sharon Carter. She's from the movie. She is, and there's this mysterious person in Madripoor called the Power Broker, and we don't know who it is. Is it Mephisto? What? No. Sorry, I'm still a little riled up from the WandaVision pitch. No, this Power Broker person seems to be a very influential person in Madripoor. They're pulling a bunch of strings, they have crazy access to stuff. Okay. Anyway, so Sharon Carter seems to be a pretty influential person in Madripoor. She's pulling a bunch of strings, she has crazy access to stuff. Oh, so Sharon is the Power Broker. What? No. I feel like with the clues you've laid out, though, it's not. Nobody knows who the Power Broker is. Like, it's pretty obviously her, though. Also, Zemo's gonna put on his purple mask from the comics. Oh, why does he put that on? Because it's gonna look good in the trailers. Can't argue with that. And so the Flag Smashers, they start doing really intense stuff. Like, they bomb this GRC headquarters place, kill a bunch of innocent people. Carly straight up calls Sam's sister and threatens his nephew. So she's like full-on evil. She's gonna act like she's misunderstood. I don't know, seems pretty intense. She's gonna act like she's misunderstood. So eventually her and the Flag Smashers are gonna fight against Walker and his partner Lamar, and we're gonna see that Walker's taken some super soldier serum. Oh, he has. Yeah, and one of Carly's
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
Okay, and then Walker gets all mad and he kills that guy that was holding him so Carly can stab his heart. Okay, it seems pretty reasonable. It's not actually, because the bad guy was down and a bunch of people were watching. Right, yeah, no, killing is bad, but Bucky and Sam would kill bad guys too, right? Oh no, they do for sure, but this guy was down and he was like, please don't kill me, so it's different. Maybe some of the people Bucky and Sam killed would have said that too if they hadn't died so quickly. I guess we'll never know. Because they died. Yeah. So then Walker gets fired as Captain America, and he starts to make his own shield. I bet that's gonna come into play later. Yeah, no, not really, though. It gets smashed immediately when he starts fighting with it. Right, that wasn't vibranium. I guess that makes sense.
My faith is rewarded.
Really, but right?
Another wretched mother dead.
So anyway, by the
That should slow the
finale, the
attacks.
Flag Smashers are gonna have a pretty clear objective. Oh, they are? Yeah, they're gonna kidnap a bunch of GRC senators so they can't pass a resettlement vote. And so Carly sets a truck of hostages on fire. Okay, so we're done trying to paint her in a sympathetic light, right? No, we're still trying. She's... Okay, and get this, we're gonna find out that Sharon is the power broker. Right, yeah, I figured that out. No, you didn't. Who else would it have? This is a big twist that I wrote. Okay, so then Sam is gonna show up, and he has this new Captain America flight suit that the Wakandans made for him. Oh, he does? Yeah, this thing's great. He's fully protected, except the top of his head where his brain is. Oh, protecting everything except your brain cage is tight. And so Sam's gonna have to save a helicopter full of hostages. Oh man, it's gonna be tough for him to take out the pilot and make sure the chopper doesn't crash. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, it turns out one of the kidnapped senators on board that very helicopter knows how to fly the helicopter, so she takes over. Oh, hey, yeah, that worked out great. It sure did. And so eventually Carly's gonna be trying really hard to kill Sam because she's a sympathetic character, and then Sharon's gonna shoot her dead, so it's very sad. Is it? And then Sam's gonna carry her body, because it's definitely a sad moment, and then he's gonna talk to some senators. Oh, he is? Yeah, he's gonna be like, stop calling the Flag Smashers terrorists. Well, I mean, they literally use violence and intimidation against civilians in pursuit of political gains, which is, you know, the definition of terrorism. Well, Sam's gonna tell them to not say that, and then he's gonna keep lecturing them for 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. And one of the senators gonna be like, okay, but logistically, what are we supposed to do here? And Sam's gonna be like, do better, Senator. Oh, you know, that does sound like it's gonna help a lot. It is. Wow, 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 wow. And so then Sam's gonna make sure that Isaiah's story gets told. Nice. And then Bucky's gonna go talk to Yuri and tell him what he did to his son. Oh, it's gonna be nice to see how that plays out. Then we cut away. Oh, yeah, we get out of there fast. Kinda wish you let that moment breathe. Nope, I'm already gone before we even get to see the moment I've been building up to all season. Okay. And then during the end credits, we're gonna have the title card say Captain America and the Winter
Diablo
Soldier.
himself
So
was
that's gonna be a nice
here.
moment for Sam, you know. Hasn't Bucky's whole arc been about not being the Winter Soldier anymore? Yeah, I guess I could have changed his title too, huh? Whoops. Whoopsie. So what do you think? Well, it sounds great. I'm just not sure about that Baron Zemo dancing thing. That seems like a weird thing to include. Well, I keep seeing this gif of Thanos twerking online, so I feel like the internet's really gonna like it. Okay, I mean, we can include a second of it, and if people want more, we can release that online. Hey everybody, Ryan here. Hope you enjoyed that video. And if you liked it, feel free to click the like button and the subscribe button and all, you know, buttons of that nature. There are also like hundreds of other episodes on the channel that you can check out if you want. Also leave a comment down below letting me know what other movies you want to see pictures for. And check back soon for new ones. It's just gonna be new ones, you know? Okay, bye. So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. What if Big Monkey punched Big Reptile? Oh, and vice versa? Vice versa, too. Amazing. So how does the thing play out? During the intro...
Nothing stops the crusade.
...that Godzilla and Kong have defeated, right? And that it's all been leading up to this big showdown. So these movies
The king has gone mad. Executing anyone his paranoid eye falls on. None of us are safe.
Who has a conspiracy theory podcast, right? And he works for this big corporation called Apex. Okay. And so on his podcast, he's like, well, today's the day I'm gonna go steal some information from my employers. And the big corporation has no idea that one of their employees is running a full-on podcast about stealing information from them? They don't know. And actually, them having horrible security is gonna be a common thing in this movie. Oh, how come? Well, because if they had competent security, that would kind of just slow the movie down, so that's just not gonna be a thing at all. Fair enough. Anyway, then for some mysterious reason, Godzilla ends up attacking Apex. Oh, so Bernie was right? Something weird was going on? Exactly. I think it's important, especially
For a
in
long
this day and
time,
age,
Uncle
to,
Decker, this is where Diablo drove old. I don't know what really happened here.
Online really make them
I've
into
never heard of the
heroes.
Crusaders.
Anyway, so because
We're
of
from the
attack,
east
people
and
are
only
like, wait,
recently
is
came to
Godzilla
these
not our
lands.
savior
Some of us
anymore?
did, at
He never
least.
the savior?
We served the
He personally
Zakarum
stepped
faith.
on thousands
Well, I
of
hope you're not
people.
planning to
He's
convert
kind of
these people by the
savior. He didn't
sword.
personally step on
I'm not
it.
here to
That
convert
makes sense. So
anyone.
anyway, we're
My
also gonna
crusade
see
is to
Kong,
cleanse the
and he's living
corruption
on
that
Skull Island
infests
under
my faith.
24-hour
When that
observation
evil
inside
is
that
destroyed,
dome from the Hunger
Zakarum
Games.
will be
Okay.
restored.
We're gonna find out that all
And
the
people can
native
choose
humans
to
from
believe in it
Skull
or not,
Island
as
were
they
killed in a
please.
big storm, except for this little deaf girl named Gia. And and he has a special bond with her. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and without anybody knowing, she like fully teaches him sign language. How did she secretly teach
We
him
have
sign
come at
language?
last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
Bring me whatever treasures you have no use for. I'll give you a bit of coin to save up for your casket.
Exactly. So he wants to send this Nathan guy into the Hollow Earth to find like a power source, but they need Kong to guide them. Why? Vague reasons that'll drive the plot forward. Perfect. So they put Kong on this ship, but then Godzilla's gonna attack, because that's what he does, you know? He attacks other Titans all day. Sure, of course, he loves to do that. So they're gonna fight for quite some time, and Godzilla's gonna win. Oh, wow. But just as Godzilla's circling around to finish the job,
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into me?
She's brave.
Okay, and this guy's like, okay, but this better work. So he's threatening to hurt Nathan if the plan goes wrong and the lizard kills them.
Leah, let us find your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to ADRIA'S hut. The key must still be there.
They're gonna say that as soon as they start moving again, Godzilla's gonna come back and finish the job. So what do? Well, we're gonna cut to them later, and they're carrying Kong in this giant net by air. Well, how'd they do that without Godzilla noticing? By being off screen for a little bit. Oh, Godzilla can't see off screen.
Let me open the gate.
Exactly. So then they head to this hollow earth.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
And your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Stuff. Yeah, well now just a couple years later, technology is full-on magic. Oh, it is? Yeah, so they have these little magical gravity spaceships that make little blue energy trails. They have tunnels that go from Florida to Hong Kong. Oh, these movies aren't gonna feel connected at all. Nope, and so they go around this hollow earth place.
Look, a hidden cellar. Follow me.
Dark secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
What's the light source? Unclear. Okay. So then Kong is gonna find a throne, and he's gonna find this big axe that's made from another Godzilla's dorsal plate, and this thing friggin' glows radioactive blue. Wow. So, okay, we said in another movie that the Titans feed off the intense radiation at the center of the Earth, right? We did, sure. That's where all these humans are hanging out. That's right. So, they gonna be okay? Yeah, sure. Ow. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, okay, I won't. So anyway, meanwhile, through the movie, we're gonna be checking in with Madison. Remember her from the last movie? She's from the last movie. She is, and so she teamed up with a friend and that conspiracy guy, and they're just basically gonna be doing like their own
Here's the
little
key,
episode of
and my
Scooby-Doo.
mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again, but like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
So he blasts a hole in the earth all the way down to the hollow earth area. What about that weird wormhole section? Yeah, he blasts through that too, I guess. I don't care. Yeah, sure. Okay. And then Kong climbs up the hole. Does he have to go through the wormhole?
The fight is over for this
to get
one.
all the way off my back about that wormhole. That was several scenes ago. We're done with it. Okay, let me get off that thing. So then Godzilla and Kong are gonna fight and pretty much destroy Hong Kong. Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna be super intense. They're gonna fight and fight and fight. At a certain point, Godzilla's gonna be like, what? And Godzilla's gonna end up defeating King Kong and leaving him for dead. Oh no. And meanwhile, that evil CEO guy's gonna be doing like an evil monologue thing, but then Mega Godzilla's gonna go rogue and crush him. And Bernie's gonna be like, that's unfair. I really wanted to hear the end of that speech. A man just died in front of his eyes. Yeah, so he makes a little joke instead of acting like a human person. Okay. So now Mega Godzilla's being controlled by the ghost of Ghidorah or something. I don't care.
Fallen star lies within.
Sure, I bet. And Godzilla could really use Kong's help, so the humans want to stop him from dying. Oh man, it's gonna be tough for tiny humans to do that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, Nathan's gonna be like, hey, maybe I could use that magical ship we've been flying around in as a defibrillator on this giant monkey. Oh, wow, okay, so this guy's like pretty experienced with this ship, huh? He literally just learned it existed, and he knows how to use it to restart a giant monkey's heart. Sure, yeah, I don't care. And now that Kong isn't dead, he and Godzilla can team up against a common threat, which is what you have to do when your movie has versus in the title. Double teaming a robot is tight. So then they managed to defeat Mechagodzilla through the power of
The star is close.
Wow. And so then Godzilla's like, okay, bye, and Kong goes to live in Hollow Earth, and that's it, we're done. Wow, really rushing to that ending, huh? Well, we're done with the punching, so, you know, what's the point? That makes sense. And so, yeah, what do you think? Well, I mean, it's a movie where a giant monkey gets in a fight with a giant reptile, you know, what could go wrong? Hey everybody, Ryan here, hope you enjoyed that video. And if you liked it, feel free to click the like button and the subscribe button and all, you know, buttons of that nature. There are also like hundreds of other episodes on the channel that you can check out if you want. Also leave a comment down below letting me know what other movies you want to see pictures for. And check back soon for a new one, because there's going to be new ones, you know? Okay, bye. I mean, the very first person he runs into is the one that would have the most emotional response to seeing Claw's body, so that works out well for him. But I guess T'Challa can just diffuse the whole situation by explaining what happened. You'd think so, like, hey W'Kabi, we did capture Claw, but this guy Killmonger attacked the holding cell with explosives. Right, that would diffuse things. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, he doesn't do that. Oh, okay. And as it turns out, Killmonger is T'Challa's cousin, and his dad was killed by T'Challa's dad. Uh-oh. So he challenges into a death fight and throws him off a waterfall. Whoa. And so Killmonger becomes king, and he wants to send vibranium throughout the world to help oppress
That creature must die.
Wait, hold on. What are you doing? What's
Patience.
developing this villain a lot? Yeah, I guess. Well, that's not really what we do here. Right, but maybe we could, you know, try that. You're crazy, man. All right, we'll give it a shot. You're nuts. So anyway, T'Challa was being kept alive by this tribe called the Jabari. And so he's like, hey, help us come reclaim the throne. And they're like, no,
My wrath is low.
and then T'Challa goes back and there's a huge fight between everyone. Very cool. And right when it seems like everything's gonna go wrong, the Jabari tribe shows up to help. Oh, good thing they suddenly changed their mind at the exact right moment. Yeah, it's a pretty sudden and great change of heart with millisecond precise timing. And how does it end? Well, then T'Challa and Killmonger have a CGI cat fight and Killmonger dies. Wait, are you saying there's a final fight full of CGI where the hero fights a bad guy who has similar powers? Yeah, I guess so. Now that is a Marvel third act. I love it. So you think it'll do well? Well, we kind of have to make this movie to set up Infinity War, but based on what you've told me, no, I don't think it's going to do well at all. Hey guys, Ryan here. Hope you enjoyed that pitch meeting. If you did, please give it a like and a share and a comment and whatever else you can do. Just click all the buttons. Also, let me know in the comment section what other movies I should do pitches for. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Saturday for a new pitch. Okay, so tell me about this Thor script. Right, so it's called Ragnarok. Bless you. No, Ragnarok basically means the apocalypse on Asgard. Oh, what's wrong? It's just that it sounds pretty dark and we're looking for kind of a lighter tone here. Oh no, this is a straight up comedy. It is? Yeah, literally any moment that could potentially be a little dramatic is either turned into or followed by a joke. So you can't really take anything seriously at all. Not really, no. Perfect, because we have a comedy director we really want to work with on this. Who's that? Taika Waititi? Bless you. That's not... Never mind. Oh, so tell me about the new direction you're taking the Thor character in. Right, so what I did was take Chris Hemsworth from Thor, okay, then I took Chris Hemsworth from Ghostbusters, right, and I kind of just squished them into one character. Amazing, so he's a lot dumber now. Oh yeah, he's a lot dumber, like the movie starts with him talking to a skeleton. Oh, like as a joke? Kinda, but there's also nobody else around, so it's like, who's he doing this bit for? So it just comes across as dumb. Exactly, so it's like either Thor is very stupid, or it's a really lazy joke that doesn't actually make sense in the scene. It's not the second one, is it? So listen, before we get too deep into the story, we do have to address a big plot thread from the last Thor movie, Loki. Yeah, he's impersonating his father and ruling Asgard. I imagine it's going to be pretty hard for Thor to deal with. Actually super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, what happens? Well, Thor gets back to Asgard and he figures it out. That's like the first thing he does. Taken care of, just like that. So tell me about the story. Right, so the main villain in the movie is called Hela, and she's the goddess of death. Okay, now the main complaint about our movies is that the villains are kind of flat and one-dimensional, so what's Hela's deal? Oh, you're gonna like this. Basically, Hela's deal is that she is evil. Oh, that's good. Yeah, she's like super evil. Very, very evil. Sounds like the perfect villain. Yeah, she wants to take over Asgard, so she does. She does that. Very
My name is Lackdanon, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
That's what we want. Like in the middle of a spaceship battle, they're gonna talk about orgies. Great. Thor's whole relationship with Jane is like a throwaway joke now. Oh, she was important too. Yeah, super important. Wow. Also, Bruce Banner probably dies, but it's like really funny. Wait, Bruce Banner is in this? Oh yeah, I didn't tell you. The Hulk is like a big part of this movie. Interesting. Yeah, but instead of being a scary monster, now he's like a moody baby. A moody baby. I love it. Yeah, he talks like one and everything. Hey, that's what the people ask for. Is it? I have no idea. Maybe. Anyway, Thor ends up on a gladiator planet, and most of the movie is them trying to leave with Valkyrie. Who's Valkyrie? Oh, she's actually from Asgard, and she's fought hella before. And she's on the gladiator planet too? Yeah, she's the one who picks Thor up when he lands there. That sounds pretty convenient. Oh, it's super convenient. Yeah, so they go back to Asgard, then they get a demon thing to blow the whole place up, and that's it. That's it. Can I see that? Sure. Thank you. Most of these pages are empty. Yeah, well, when I was writing, they were playing a Whose Line Is It Anyway marathon on TV, so I got a little distracted. Great show. But it got me thinking, why don't we just let the actors come up with a lot of this stuff and just kind of end every scene with Thor getting zapped unconscious? Oh, improv. I love it. Yeah, and it should be fun, too, because you know how most movies have, like, one character that's the comic relief to break the tension? Mm-hmm. That's gonna be, like, every single character in this movie. Everybody. Yeah, like, there's a character who's a pile of rocks. Funniest guy in the film. Hey, there's a page here that just says Goldblum. Oh, yeah, there's a character called Grandmaster that I didn't really know how to develop. Oh, so you want me to get Jeff Goldblum to come be Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, I figured that would take care of that. That's smart. I'll see what I can do. Also, you'll see there's a page in there that just says the word cameo. Yep.
Not enough wrath.
It's really fun to have a super, super famous person show up for, like, no reason at all. For no reason at all. Exactly, so people in the audience will be like, hey, isn't that... Why is he in this? I know just the guy to call. Awesome. Hey guys, Ryan here. Hope you enjoyed that pitch meeting. If you did, let me know what other movies I should tackle in this format. If you're watching this on the Screen Rant Facebook page, you can hit that link to jump over to YouTube and subscribe. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can hit that subscribe button for more videos. See you next time.
Hey guys, check out this interesting video by our friends at the Riches. They're talking about the comparison between talent and...
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
Yes, sir,
Please kill me. I don't want to change.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Deckard Cain!
Stay back!
My wrath is low.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Your niece asked me to find you, and I agreed.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
I rescued the old scholar, and learned from him that a creature called the Skeleton King stands between me and the star, but not for long.
Leah told me of your crusade to find the source of corruption in the Zakarum faith. I may have information that will help you. Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, spent many years trapped under Travancore and slowly tainted the Zakarum in a bid for freedom.
I have heard this, but knowing how it happened is not enough. I must find the source of the corruption to cleanse it.
I fear that Mephisto is no more. His soul was destroyed on the Hellforge. I am sorry, Crusader.
I've dedicated my life to this crusade, and your news does not change my oath. If I search my entire life and find nothing, it will still have been worth the journey.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
It was my duty to help. Now, I would know of the falling star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
You know what would take everyone's mind off their troubles? One of Theodos's great comedies.
I've seen one of them. Two men dressed as women screeching at each other and tearing at bodices. A Jimmy and Ryder.
Glad to hear it. Rehearsals in 3 hours.
Uncle Deckard is home, rescued from the clutches of the Skeleton King. I'm so glad. But the Skeleton King, I thought he was a folktale. The idea of Mad King Leoric returning to torture this place. Hasn't Tristram suffered enough? I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place. He's convinced.
Leah, tell me,
Uncle Deckard.
Did you learn she was...
Fuck Adrian.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil.
A lot of hate on it.
He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Then I will be the cure.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith.
Jelsa, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchen, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My future is known. Travel the world, redeem the Zakarum faith, live as a crusader, and die as one.
That's not a future. It's a punishment. You should stop to enjoy the wine. Find a good man, perhaps. The world is constantly renewing itself, eternally playing out the same events over and over again. We can merely play our parts.
The more you speak, the less you say.
I speak clearly. Do not blame me for the state of your mind.
Are you Hadrig? Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is a hard burden you bear. I will help.
Thank you. Follow me.
Don't tell anyone, but I've got some new.
My friends, I'm sorry.
Do your duty, blacksmith, no matter how hard. My faith is rewarded.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Adric, help me.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
You owe me nothing, but I would welcome your aid in my quest to find the crown of Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his Chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Yes, I live once more. I'm very hard to kill, and really, you did a sloppy job. But enough small talk. I need your help. An artifact lies in the ruins of Seshron, guarded by the spirit of a mighty warrior, who will only grant it to the worthy. I think you'll have a better chance of impressing this spirit than I. Aid me in this, and I'll use the artifact to help you. The Nephilim, that fool, actually killed me. Of course, this was not my first time stepping through that door, and I imagine it won't be my last. Fortunately, I am well prepared. Some would say that animating a constructed body with preserved memories is not truly coming back to life. I say those fools don't understand the sheer wonder of being Sultan Cool.
Yay! Here we go.
Prove yourself worthy of your birthright.
Oh my goodness. Baby, you're not wearing any panties. You never wear panties. She's so nasty. Holy shit. Fuck out of there, woman. We are ready for this woman. Nothing. Just tempting fate on hardcore mode.
By the grace of the ancients.
Oh, they're surrounding me. Run, baby. Run, baby. Run. They're trying to murder you. Get out of here. No. I'm going to quit. Yeah. She's not ready yet. Measure 1. Different hard. Continue.
Greetings, Nephilim. Ancient that was I am glad to be. Only the I shall
try to murder her. Just indiscriminately kill her. No reason.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
What? Phase beasts? For real? Look at this. I'm not supposed to see those till like hell. Alright. They right. I should do it the right way.